First, I'd like to thank the McLaughlins and the Carvettis, or Mom and Dad as I like to call them, for making all of this possible. I should probably introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. I'm Thom. Matt's better looking, smarter, more charismatic, parents' favorite younger brother. With that being said, I'm truly honored to be here today as your best man, which, by the way, is a title I couldn't agree with more. And I think everybody will agree that Vanessa and the rest of the friends of the bride look great tonight. As for the friends of the groom, other than Lauren, well, you guys tried your best. Sorry, Marks. Marks, yes, plural. So as the best man, I had 3 jobs today. 1, get Matt to where he needed to be on time. 2, don't lose the rings. And 3, make sure he looked handsome. 2 out of 3 is not bad. To be honest, it's kind of funny to be here today as my brother's best man, as we always didn't get along, and we weren't always as close as we are now. Ever since we were little, we fought all the time. Sometimes it got a little bit out of hand, but I'm not going to get into that today, but you know what you did. Adam, don't laugh, you were there too. We were just talking about that. Happy that you could enjoy that. But it wasn't until you left for college and you weren't around to fight with that I realized I missed my big bro. And I think you felt the same way because you stopped picking on me. Either that or you just realized I was that much bigger than you. But I also realized something else. I realized you always had my back, no matter what, even when I did something stupid, like allegedly starting a bar brawl one Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah,
allegedly. I was there, but I don't know if I actually started it. Thanks, Bri. As we started to hang out more, we not only became closer as brothers, but I think we became better friends. And I couldn't be more proud to have you as my big bro. I love you. And I think Emily deserves a handsome, good-looking, loving husband. Thank God she found one. Or, I'm sorry. Thank God you married her before she found one. Speaking of Emily, wow, you look absolutely stunning tonight. Matt, it's easy to see why you fell in love with her. Great job. And let's be honest, you've never been known for the ladies, but I'm glad that you found the right one. Which almost didn't happen, but I'll come back to that. For those of you that know Emily, you know how fun and amazing she can be, but how quickly that can turn if she's hungry and tired. And this can happen a lot since she goes on long business trips all the time. The first time Matt picked her up from LAX, after a long trip, she was very tired and very hungry. And from what I hear, not all that nice to Matt. All she wanted to do was stop and get food quickly, but Matt insisted they go home first to check on Kitty to make sure she was okay and had food. Emily was getting frustrated by this, but Matt, maintaining his cool, insisted that they go home first. By the time they got home, Emily was furious with Matt, and she may or may not have said a few unkind things to him, only to walk into a set table with fresh flowers, a card, and Matt's homemade ziti keeping warm in the oven. From that moment, every time Emily returned from a long trip, she was greeted with fresh flowers, a card, and a home-cooked meal from Matt. And I don't like to give him too many compliments, but I'll admit, he can cook pretty damn well. And to think, you guys almost didn't meet. The McLaughlins had just bought a place a few houses down from ours in Charlestown, and Emily decided to go up there with a few of her friends for her 25th birthday. At the time, Matt was already living in LA and was only in town for a few days. One afternoon, Emily and her friends were out in front of the house playing slosh ball, which for those of you that don't know is a variation of wiffle ball involving a slip and slide, a keg, and a lot of drinking. Go figure, right? Anyway, Matt drives by with a friend in the car and wanted to stop and meet the new neighbor and maybe play some slosh ball, but unfortunately the friend only wanted to hang out at our house. It's not Mark. Because of that, it wasn't for a few years that these two finally met. It was December 2009, and my parents were having their annual Christmas party, and Emily came with her parents.
I crashed the party.
She did. She wasn't invited, guys. She just showed up. But Matt happened to be in town that weekend, and they were introduced and immediately hit it off. And personally, I think at that moment that they knew they were meant for each other, but the timing wasn't quite right. Not even a year later, a new job brought Emily out west, and almost immediately, her and Matt started dating. Fast forward to Easter weekend 2012, when I flew out to LA to spend the holiday with these two. For Easter Sunday, we thought we'd have a few friends over and cook a big dinner. So Matt and I decided to go to the grocery store, and on our way back, he stopped me and said, "I want to tell you first, before I tell anyone else, I'm going to ask Emily to marry me." 3 months later, on July 5th, the day before Emily's birthday, Matt proposed. Apparently there was a seal. I've been in Rhode Island for 29 years and I've never seen a seal once. Which is why we're all here today. So everyone, if you'd please join me in raising a glass. Matt, Em, I wish you both the best now and forever. Always love, respect, and be there for each other. Always say I'm sorry. Matt, that's really only for you. And never go to bed angry. You guys are so amazing together, and I love you both. Congratulations to the new Mr. and Mrs. Carvetti. Lil Vetti out.